Could the Cabinet Secretary disclose the current holders of the title deeds for the parcels of land in Kamkunji constituency registered as follows? Number 1, IR number 36/VII/1031, on which the Isili social hall stands. Number 2, LR number 36/V11/1031 brackets 619/33, which was designated for use as the Isili open air market. And lastly, Honorable Speaker, LR number 209/12/2 bracket.
Proceed to respond.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The question is in three parts, and then the answer that I'm providing this morning, Honorable Speaker, is that in regard to question 5.1 and 5.2, I request for more time to be able to provide a comprehensive response, because I cannot find some of my records. So I'm not able to bring the information. I need more time. I have already assigned the relevant department to comb through all our records to see whether we can get the necessary files. Then we have number 3, Roman 3. I wish to respond as follows. I think I have given a long statement there. Certificate title number IR LR 209/1712, original number 1042 and 1041, being a portion of the premises comprised in a grant dated 21st of May 1929, is located in the city of Nairobi, measuring approximately 0.34436 of an acre, for a term expiring on 1st of August 2024, and for a minimum for an annual rent of the amount stated there, 720, and we've given an extra 5 a copy of that title. The land was initially registered in favor of John Herbert Turner on March 1, 1929. The registered proprietor charged the property, and a charge instrument was registered on 2nd of December 1930. Later, on 11th of May 1931, the property was discharged and a transfer was registered in the name of Ferdinandis, and an extra 4 speaks to that transfer. Honorable Speaker, on 27th of January 1933, this property was transferred to Kenya Loan and Discount Limited for a consideration amount of 10,000, but that was in 1933. Thereafter, October 23rd, 1942, a transfer via the public auction of said property to Alan Rakea and Mohammed Sharif, both sons of Nizam Din of Nairobi, and Firoz Din and Azim Din, both sons of Haji Faten Din of Nairobi, as tenants in common in shares. An extra 5 has the transfer by public auction and as evidence. Honorable Speaker, then on 26th of November 1996, a decree by the civil case number 3279 of 1994 originating summons was registered against the title, and on November 17, again 1997, a vesting order or transfer was registered transferring this land to Shauri Moyo Furniture Makers Cooperative Society, freed from all encumbrances, and an extra 6 speaks to that court order. Subsequently, then a provisional certificate of title was issued in favor of the cooperative society, Shauri Moyo Furniture Makers Cooperative Society Limited, in 1998, 14th of May. Honorable Speaker, then on 22nd of May 2002, another vesting order was issued transferring the land to several persons, that is Francis Garoya Joroge, Stephen Joroge Irongo, Josephat Mutuku Musembi, Stephen Mwangi Kemani, and Stephen Kamau Mochiri, as as trustees for themselves and the other plaintiffs as tenants in common in equal shares. And we have also attached Annexure 7, being the court order. Several other court orders were registered, emanating from the same suit up to and including 9th of March 2015, restraining order and prohibiting all dealings. And that order is dated 23rd of October 2019, sorry. And then and this was registered against the said title. Honorable Speaker, on May 25th of March, on May 25th, 2022, for a consideration of 130 million, this land was transferred to Mirage Supply and Contractors Limited. And since then, this property has not changed hands. My record shows that it is currently in the name of Mirage, and I think unless there is any other question, that question is fully answered.
Honorable Sifuna.
CS, with regards to the first two parts of my question, you have indicated that you need more time. Perhaps you could just indicate how much time you need for us to get these responses. And you have confirmed to me that the cooperative society actually sold this land themselves to a private entity. Now, Chair, I have a follow-up question. The last time that the CS was before this House, on the 27th of March 2024, we had a conversation here, and I was very happy with what she said regarding revocation of the title of the land on which Tomboya Social Hall sits. I took the initiative, Honorable Speaker, to write to the CS. In fact, when she was here, she promised us that she would be revoking the title that had been given to a private developer and returning that land to the Nairobi City County on behalf of the people of Nairobi. Honorable Speaker, on the 8th of April 2024, I wrote to the Cabinet Secretary responsible for land, because even after her pronouncements, we could see that there was still development going on at the property. And she wrote back to me on the 13th of May 2024, saying that she's following up, and in fact that she was still, the position of the ministry was that that title was going to be revoked. So now that she's here, and she had made that promise before this House, I would want her to give the House an update on the process of revocation of the title that had been issued to a private developer over the land on which Tomboya Social Hall sits. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable CS.
The first question supplementary to that is how much time I need. Sometimes it's quite difficult because I would, when a file is removed from its usual place, then it becomes a bit difficult to tell how much time you will need. But possibly we can work with another 30 days. We can work with another 30 days. And maybe the Honorable Senator, if you have some details in respect of those parcels, you could give me for purposes of reconstruction, because if I cannot get my file, then I would be able to get useful assistance by any document that speaks to the title for purposes of reconstruction. So 30 days, we are working hard to get the file. Then the last one is on Tomboya. It is true, I think after my pronunciation, my statement to this plenary, my office started working on the revocation process. It is a process that requires at least maybe about 90 days to 4 months, because one, you have to write to the holders of that title and call for it. We've already done that. But before we could proceed with gazettement of the need to revoke, we were served with the proceedings of the High Court. I believe, Honorable Senator, you are aware. The case number, I had asked for, there is an order for status quo, but I'm still looking at ways of fulfilling what I stated on this floor. But there is a court order. These people have gone to court. They are not relenting, but the position of the ministry is that whichever way, this property is not transferable because it's a secured and preserved space for town hall. So whichever, and we have already filed sub-statements to court to respond to that effect. So in my view, the property is still secure. The court order was this case number in the Environment and Land Court 0E053 of 2024, filed by Ngami Properties Limited against the minister and the cabinet secretary. Rather, the status, the order was issued on that day, and this is maybe what is relevant, that there shall be a status quo, and we can maybe forward this. It is part of the annexures. If it is not, I will forward a copy of this order, Honorable Speaker, for record.